Listen to me, folks. I know it's hard to believe they put cancer viruses in the vaccines and mercury. It's on record they do. All you've got to do is Google it, mainstream news, government documents. They've caught the UN sterilizing women. That's mainstream news, adding key pathogen that combines with the tetanus shot for an autoimmune response that destroys the key sexual organs and their fertility. It's eugenics. Everything is eugenics. Hitler got his ideas from the U.S. and England. The scientific community basically all believe this. My film Endgame covers it. I had to get past my fear when I read these documents. I mean, it is bracing. It is shaking. There have been times years ago, I don't really do it anymore, where I would just sit down in the night and couldn't even cry. But tears would just, like I wasn't retching, but tears would just start pouring out. I mean, it is, and I have to face them. I have to go up against these people. I have to, because, I know they've killed so many, set so many up, because we can't let them keep doing this. It's real. Lindsey Williams is coming up in 5 minutes. He'll be with us for 45 minutes, and I have a state rep popping in for 10. And I'm going to get Lindsey back on again very, very soon. We appreciate Lindsey Williams being there. Everything he's been saying has been proven to be documented in triplicate. But, officer, is it Evie or Eve?
It's Evie.
Evie.
Yes.
I had two different spellings here on my screen. Sorry. Anything else as an officer in Illinois I mean, you're concerned? You're trying to reach out to other officers, or are you scared to? What's happening?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm a little scared because they don't want you to be informed of what's going on. But yeah, I really just want officers to do like what you said: go on YouTube, Google these things and look into it. I mean, like I've been telling my husband, you don't have to take anyone's word for it. You can see it on paper, in print from the news that you rely on for all your other information, and, he's been looking into it, and, I think he's coming around. I just think his problem is he's wanted to be a police officer his whole life, and, he's kind of, disappointed and shocked and saddened that it's going to come to this, and he's probably going to have to, give it up. But, on the other hand, we have 2 children, so that really comes before anything, and I want my freedom. My family's from the South, and, I think that everyone should be able to carry a gun. I believe in concealed carry, and I support it. I'm an officer, and I support it. I totally agree with you when you talk about Chicago. Look at what goes on there. I mean, I have a lot of officers that are friends that are in Chicago. They're officers, and they think, if these people knew that the citizen that they were coming on to try to do something to might be armed, maybe they might stop and not do it, or maybe they think twice about it or get blown away.
Evie, they've done polls of officers nationwide, and upwards of 97% are pro-Second Amendment. They're good people. Yeah. But it's the police chiefs that are bought and paid for by the globalists. Now, this is another example of what I'm talking about, a microcosm of it. That's why they train the troops. Oh, the Army's here to help at checkpoints to stop drunks. Well, that's reasonable to stop drunks. Then the precedent's set. Then it's for gun confiscation. All of this, officers need to recognize how they're being manipulated. They need to recognize and understand we made films, a decade ago, 12 years ago, documenting what would now happen. That we're not making this up. We're taking incredible risk to tell you this, but it's a greater risk not to fight it and not to go up against it. Had you ever tried to call in before?
No, this is the first time I've tried to call. I was really shocked I got through.
Yeah, well, usually I have all these police and military. I have all these police and military that email me saying they can never get through. I'm glad you got through. We're going to start having some days where only police and military can call in, so they can get in and give us the intel and tell us what they're seeing and what's happening. I don't think it's his decision that your husband needs to leave the force. He needs to, within the law, within the Constitution, read that, follow that, and start speaking out against it. Start talking about it, or covertly, expose what's happening. He can choose the way. I mean, see, as good people find out about the evil, they all leave the military and police, and they hire the illegal aliens, the felons, the foreigners to fill up the ranks. So it's a catch-22, but you don't need to leave. I mean, you're on the ground. You know better than I. You just need to gauge what's happening. God bless you. Good to have you on with us, Evie. Okay.
Yeah, my call. I appreciate it.
God bless you. Take care. That's a good peace officer, a guardian of the people.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports. And they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633. Or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos. Look at their online catalog. Or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633. Or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here back live the next 45 minutes. Lindsey Williams joins us. We have a state rep popping in, another state declaring sovereignty that's going to be joining us. George Soros at the World Economic Forum a few weeks ago, the video just surfaced. It was on international television. We just found it last week. Says, yes, we're staging the oil implosion price to bring down Venezuela, bring down Russia, bring down the Arabs. They're also imploding the markets so they can consolidate it. Everything that we separately had from our infiltration of Bilderberg in 2006, laying out everything that was going to happen, integrates with his oil company executive he worked with for many years, telling him about this. He predicted when fuel was at $148, $149 a barrel, it would drop below $50. It's gone as low as $33 a barrel. It's at about $40 right now. Again, to bankrupt all these oil-rich nations and bring in a worldwide depression. Lindsey Williams, it is a great honor to have you back on with us, and we appreciate you spending time with us today.
Thank you, Alex, so much for letting me be with you today for an update. Even though I lived with the elite of the world for 3 years' time, I still sit back utterly dumbfounded and amazed how these people have the power to do exactly what they're going to do, say they're going to do, and do it meticulously exactly like they said they were going to.
And, Missouri is the show-me state, or put up and shut up. Everything you've told us over the years has all turned out exactly as you said, because you wrote a book 20-something years ago. You worked with these people. You still know them. Just like we can infiltrate Bilderberg and find out exactly what's going to happen because the globalists rule, and they are bringing us into a worldwide depression. Recap what he told you, then let's get into why would Soros come out and admit everything you said.
Well, approximately 7 months ago, I had a phone call. The phone call was for the purpose of telling me, you've said too much, either be quiet or we're going to take action. And the action that they gave me and the choice they gave me wasn't too pleasant. So I agreed with what he said, pulled my website, withdrew my DVD, changed everything around, but that's not the important part. The important part was after that. I had not seen this man for 25 years. I know who he is. He's 82 years of age now. He knows everything that the elite are doing and everything that goes on behind closed doors. So I decided to be friendly. I asked him, how your family, how you been doing, where have you been living? He really, I was amazed how kind and nice he became all of a sudden. And for the next 45 minutes time, he told me everything that the elite plan to do on the face of the earth over the next year to a year and a half. And at that time, crude oil was $147 a barrel, and nobody would have ever, in the foggiest imagination, would have guessed that it was going to $50 a barrel, or definitely not to $33 a barrel, which has been its low. He said crude oil is going to $50 a barrel. I was dumbfounded. Immediately I asked him, I said, why are you doing this? He was as bold as the day was long. And there again, Alex, nobody would have guessed that the OPEC oil-producing countries of the world would have ever gone bankrupt. I mean, this was unthinkable, but it has. They are on the verge of bankruptcy right now, and they say that unless they can get crude oil back up to above $80 a barrel, that they're going to have major financial problems. They've stopped buying our T-bills, our Treasury bills. As a result, the dollar is in drastic trouble. The average American has not the slightest idea. Well, then he went on to say that the price of gasoline is going to $1.50 to $2 a gallon at the gas pump. But then he said it's going to stay there, and I gathered a year to a year and a half to keep it there. in order to accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. Now, let me show you. I'm going to begin, if I may. I'll make this update as fast as I can because we've only got 45 minutes, so forgive me if I talk fast. But there's so much happened since I was with you a week and a half ago, Alex, until I'm going to get in everything I can. And thank you so much for letting me be with you. And the last few moments, I'm going to give what's happening to the farmers of America. And if nothing else bothers you, this one's going to wake you up. So you better have your pencil and paper handy because here we go.
All right, Lindsey Williams, we got a break. Come right back out. Give us all the latest info. Talk about why you believe Soros has gone public, admitting what you're saying at the public Bilderberg Group meeting, the Davos, Switzerland World Economic Forum. He's Pastor Lindsey Williams. This is Inside Bilderberg Group, New World Order level intelligence, directly laying out the future with 100% precision accuracy.